What's happening?
Just
At the Beacon Bar.
what we got? You tell me.
I was going to say, your bar.
My bar.
Yeah.
I should know how this works, but
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
somehow.
Well, it's a crazy episode because producer Jeremy, we decided to get him to sort it out remotely.
From Wales.
From Wales, yeah. So he's over there, we're here. It's frantic, but here we are for Cocktails and Bullshit.
Yep.
Episode X, where X is whatever episode
Happens to be
last episode plus one.
Yes, indeed. Shall I do this? I've been informed we're not standing under our names, but now we are.
Definitely.
So we're all good.
Cool. Here we are. We're going to do a very British episode of Cocktails and Bullshit. So what's our old chap? With my very British accent, I've got a very southern British accent, and you've got more of a
lilting, northern, rasping,
Bronte-esque,
angry man sort of Yorkshireman thing going
well,
on.
both the divide. It's like the War of the Roses, only it isn't, because that was between Lancashire and Yorkshire. The War of the Roses, you heard of it?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
It's 500 years ago.
No prisoners.
But anyway, so we're going to try and do lots of wonderful British things. In fact, what we've done is I've made some lovely British scones.
And I've made some lovely British Pims.
And we're going to eat and drink that, basically. So that's what we're going to do in a minute. Well, I don't know when you want to eat those. We've got everything ready to go. So in an effort to make it very British, I slaved over an oven for 15 minutes of the Great British, thank you very much, bake-off style scones. These are Mary Berry scones. And then what we're going to put in them is some jam and some cream. Lots of cream. So that's to give you that British flavour. And you've got the Pims.
I made the Pims, which actually, if Jeremy could sling up the cocktail can and the very, very intricate sort of recipe for Pims, we'll shuffle across.
Do you want to get confusing? I'll let you go. Yeah. The thing is that if you're an American viewer and you're watching this, you might not know what Pims is, because I presume Pims is a quintessential British drink. Pims is, the guys who made Pims made various different cups, different aspects, and this is like number one. They made various other ones. They made a winter Pims and various other different types. It was only really Pims number one that made it, so that's really the one they do. So people love to have it in the summer in England.
I love to have it in the summer.
Yes.
Do you like having it in the summer?
I do.
Oh, a little joke there.
I once heard everyone liked Pims, so I tried it out of a can. It was like a pre-mixed Pims and lemonade.
Don't do that.
It was bloody horrible. The thing that
Don't
makes
do
the Pims is all the fruit and shit. So what have you done?
If you were looking at this right now, basically what you would see is that for Pims, you're going to go 1 part Pims, 2 parts lemonade, and I put 1 part pomegranate juice in there as well to make pin pong, because somebody made this for us in a field once when it was very hot, and pin pong was awesome.
Yeah, the reason why we haven't said like 1 ounce or 2 ounce, it's really, it can scale up to whatever you want. So just put 1 part Pims, 1 part pomegranate, and 2 parts lemonade in the size that you want to do, basically.
If you wanted to do it in a glass, you could do an ounce of Pims, an ounce of pomegranate juice, 2 ounces of lemonade, but that's a waste of everyone's time.
Just get it done.
Make a jug full. And the best thing about it is the fruit in there. So I put some strawberries, some mint, some blueberries, some apple, a bit of lemon in there. It's not uncommon for them to stick cucumber in there as well, or all kinds of stuff. I think you should put some ice in these.
I can ice them up.
Ice them up, buttercup, and then we'll crack on with some Pims.
Let's get that.
Say that again, bud. He wants scones.
Who wants scones? He does.
Scones.
Ha!
Well, you know where we are, man. Get yourself round for scones.
There might be some scones left over, because I went done 6. So when you come back, have some scones.
Loads of scones.
Okay.
So we're gonna
start off with the classic.
Pims and pin pong.
Man, this is amazing.
And all the fruit.
We've got so much stuff here. So many cocktails to go through. Ones which we were told or we read were some of the biggest ones, or at the very first British cocktail party, or they represent cakes that we like, or British sweets and things like that, or British tea drinking. Oh wow, check that out.
Cheers, old boy.
Chin chin.
Cheers.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yes, please.
Yes, that's great. I'm back in the field again.
I'm going to swap places with you, my good friend.
So they're getting you kicked off. This is one we made earlier, obviously. And
Must be watching me cut up
look at all these fruits.
all the fruits and the mint and everything else. Nobody wants to watch that. That is boring.
Now, do you want a scone?
I'd love a scone.
Now, you can make a scone yourself if you want. I'm going to just move your drink over there.
That's going to get...
Or you can drink it, put it where you want.
Panicked me then. Did you see?
That's it for the panic. Like, don't take it too far away.
Take it away.
Now, there's an argument about scones. It's, here's the scone. Scone. Scone can. Can I get a scone can? I should replace my drink.
Actually, put them on the thing. Maybe Jeremy will take us back to
scone can. Yeah, if you take us back to the scone can. It's scones and bullshit this week. So now, do you want? Because I like to put my cream on first.
Hey!
Right. Let's put my cream on first, and then my jam. So that's
not jam first.
No, man. I do not like that.
What?
I do not like that. See, look. Oh, look at that. That's amazing. This is the best idea we had. And then...
Yeah, we were just going to sit here eating cocktails when in fact we could be eating scones with clotted cream and jam.
This jam is so sneaky, brother.
And jam on top.
And jam on top. Now, you can do it the other way around if you want. Do you want to have a go? Or do you want this one?
No, you have that one. I'll have a go.
You have a go, right.
Because I'm the other way around.
Okay.
Oh my God, it's exciting. It's all non-stop sconage here. See, unlike the savage to my right, I like to go with...
I'm going to come out the front of this so I can just get a real... Look at that! Look at that!
Let's not go crazy.
Mm.
And then great whacking daub of clotted cream on the top like that.
That's work, yeah. If you think to yourself, oh, Alex has got the raspberry on top of the cream and you want it the other way around, just turn your scone the other way around and then you've got it the other way. Tastes identical. Oh man, if only Jeremy was here, he could have that.
There's not enough, Jeremy can't have it. And then look at this.
Smash it all the way.
Get out of the way, you scum. Look. At this. That's with the jam underneath. Oh. Mm. Oh. I'm clearly more civilized. Back to normal, yes, please. What's the recipe for these?
I can tell you what the recipe is.
Oh, you have to kill me.
I can tell.
You're not going to kill me.
I can kill you.
Don't kill me, Alex.
I can't speak to what's going in my mouth. Now, do you know what? My brother got rushed into hospital because he's got appendicitis. He may even be watching us now, I have no idea. But when you're waiting to have the operation, you're nil by mouth, so you can't have anything. So he sent me a message saying, I'm really hungry. And I said, you should watch our cocktail show. And now there's just like loads of scones kicking around. We're like, wow. Yeah.
Hey, Paddy, look at this.
Oh my God.
I hope you're feeling better.
So this is some of the bullshit you can expect from England, where some people, like Devonshire, if you're from Devon, you'll want your cream in first as a layer, and then the jam on top. And if you're from Cornwall, you have it the other way around. Jam and then cream on top.
Otherwise, it's a waste of everyone's time.
But I feel that the jam is just a bit too loopy to serve as a base. It works, but I just feel like you need a good... It's a bit like trying to make a house by...
Making it out of jam?
Yeah. Making it just... Instead of using cement, just using jam.
Jam. Whatever happened to your first house?
It sunk into the sandwich, into the toast. Sunk into the... I got a layer of sandwich and a layer of jam.
Not your house on top of it.
We sometimes have American viewers. What do they call it? They call it jelly? Jelly. This is jelly. This is strawberry jelly. That's what it is. It's not jam.
I never had a peanut butter and grape jelly sandwich until I went to America.
Oh, yeah.
It was really nice. A guy made it for me. A friend, he said he'd not made one since he'd made one for his kids. I was like, we don't get these in England. If I'd have said to my mum, what do you want for breakfast? Peanut butter and jelly, grape jelly sandwich. She'd have told me to fuck off.
She said, fuck off, fuck you.
She was awful, his mum was.
She's a real
She would have smacked me one. Whack!
Smash.
You'll have coal like everyone else.
Brushing your teeth cold. That's all you did out there, isn't it?
Yeah, everything's cold. It's all cold.
Yeah.
And merry old soul.
It's part of your family, yeah? Yeah. You really smashed that one back. How much about to take you back so you've got a bit of mint in your mouth?
You might not have noticed.
You might not notice the little mint.
You cost me the Pims.
Yeah, where is it? Which one is it?
That's the one there.
The huge jug.
See, this is the Pims. That there is an Alsatian.
Ah, yes.
Common mistake.
By the way, right, and now I haven't got to the end of this film yet, mainly because numbers 2 and 3 have been available on Netflix, and 2 and 3 have been available on Amazon. Thank you. Number 1 has not been available unless I wanted to pay for it. And I never wanted to, and you kept talking about it, but finally I found last night that John Wick is on for free on Amazon. And I was like, I heard this is good, I'm going to watch it. And I get into it, I haven't got to the end yet.
I don't think John Wick eats scones, does he?
He doesn't. He did have a dog, though.
He did have a dog.
Yeah, spoiler alert. No, I was most distressed. But then I thought to myself, oh shit, man. I mean, this might be the point of the film. I know we're getting to this. It might be the point of the film of John Wick, but like I thought, shit, John Wick's going to kill everybody. I know it's a broadly drawn setup. I know it's right. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. But like they come in. It's a thin, tenuous thing. He drives his beautiful Mustang up. Alfie Allen sees him, and then like basically burn out where he lived, come in, kill his dog, and beat the shit out of him and steal his car. Honestly. And then everyone's like, what? Where did you get this car?
Where on earth did you get this car?
I took it from Wanker. I don't give a fuck, do I? I mean, I'm Russian. I took it from Wanker. And
they say that, it's a Russian thing.
And he says, you stupid dick, this is John Wick's car. And
do you know how much fucking trouble you're in? I'm going to ring John Wick up right now. John, it's nothing to do with me, mate.
I'm so sorry.
I have nothing to do with this.
I love it.
He's not there, he's hung up. Oh, fuck.
I love it. He goes, what did he say? He says, enough. I'm just like, I love shit like that. It's like there's an episode of Star Trek where Riker goes down a skin of evil, and he comes down and Picard's like, Riker, what are you seeing here? And what are you seeing? He goes, trouble. And then it cuts. Anyway,
I can't see. You're there.
You're my eyes on the ground there, Riker.
What do you mean? Wolf shot himself. There's trouble. What can you say? I don't know. Trouble.
Rocks.
Help.
Yeah, big black creature. Tasha's dead.
Spoiler alert.
It was 1988.
Honestly, she killed John Wick's dog.
Matt, is it Tasha Yar?
No, I killed John Wick's dog.
I thought he was going to attack me.
Oh, shit. Whose car was it? John Wick's. What 9?
That's fucking Tasha Yar doing donuts in a Ford Mustang. Denise Crosby.
Yeah. What about his dog? Ran his dog over.
Ran his dog over and then ran back over it.
Sorry.
So here we are, cocktails and bullshit. We talk about random shit. We also talk about making cocktails. We've got so many. Did you want to do one? Because we've already done this one.
Well, this one's good for now.
I'm happy to keep drinking it. I mean, I'm happy to have another scone. Do you want another scone, or do you want to?
I have another scone.
Yeah. No, there's no restriction, mate. I've got another 16 over there.
Right.
By the way, mate, if we eat them all, Jeremy will have none.
Will they keep?
No, mate, we better eat them all.
We better eat them all.
Better eat them all. Oh, if we put an airtight lid on it, they would keep to Jeremy.
Jeremy, do you want a scone? No, Jeremy says, no, I'm alright.
No, Jeremy's cool.
He doesn't care. That's not very nice, Jeremy. Oh, things he's saying about your scones.
If you are putting comments and you're watching, we're thankful that you're here.
Yes.
Unfortunately, because we're remotely being produced by a wonderful producer,
Jeremy the Sconeless,
he is not here to easily tell us, except for how's it going on your phone?
Oh, technology is our friend.
It is our friend.
I love technology.
God, I love Pims. It's so British. It's as British as Wimbledon.
Apologising too much.
Apologising to everyone.
Even when it's your fault.
Sorry, yeah, I'm sorry. God, I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry.
I'm so sorry.
Getting in a queue.
Do you know what? And then you're in a queue, and someone gets round, bumps into you, and cuts into the queue, and you apologise to them. Actually, no, I tell you what, in England, people are pretty good on queues.
Getting really angry.
People get really fucking angry. And do you know, you remember that time we went to Glastonbury? And another good British tradition is going to Glastonbury when we're not under COVID limitations. And there was a guy in the queue, and it was staking this massive Glastonbury queue forever.
Such a shit.
And he was, wasn't he? He had this look. Do you remember
just like this ikey? He was crappy, sort of looking on his phone,
really confused,
sauntering up the queue, just walking past people.
But in order to do it, he had to pretend like he didn't know where he was.
What he's doing, he pretended to be lost. He had his mobile phone. He was like,
so he kept moving past people in the queue, like just a little bit. And you noticed or James noticed?
I saw him coming, and I thought, fuck me. Now, I've not got the biggest temper of any human being you've ever met, but compared to my little brother, my temper is vast. And I thought, if he tries to close past my brother, he's just going to take this guy's fucking head off. So I said, I better intercept this guy early doors. So as he came nearer, I just went, no, stop here, bud. No more pushing.
And he was like, what?
You're not pushing past. You're not getting in. You're not pushing past.
And your brother's like, it's not happening, mate.
And my brother's like, you can see him like starts ripping out of his shirt like the.
And I was like, mate, don't pretend you don't know. We've watched you do it the entire way. He was like, oh, well, okay then. I'm like, yeah, okay then.
Yeah. Stop
and
right
then
there.
the whole we kept even at that point.
It was so polite. It was polite, but in that angry, robust. Excuse me. I've seen you pushing up the queue.
There'll be no queue. There'll be no. I mean, this
is only it. There'll be no more now.
There'll be no more.
No more.
No scripts on the night. But he didn't apologise really.
No. He kept on sort of bewildered.
I mean, he could have been massively out of his head on drugs.
He could have been, like learning difficulties or something.
Yeah.
We weren't rude. I didn't get threatening. I think there was an undertow of threat.
No, I'm doing it.
Jeremy says we've got a comment when we're ready. Can we have that comment?
Let's have the
please?
comment. Oh man, just found another Scotland again. Scotland can.
Jim Wank.
Jim Wank. Is that an instruction? Is that like
He
John
says,
Wick?
Captain Soros says that we should do a northern version of John Wick called Jim Wank.
Hey, Jim Wank! Hey, listen.
To get up to get his newspaper.
And I just come out. I just be there stabbing it and nicking off with the tractor.
You were like, hey, John, that's a grand tractor you've got there, lad.
That's a grand tractor. Do you want to sell it to us?
Oh, no.
Oh, come on, name your fucking price, lad.
No, it's not for sale.
Oh, everything's for fucking sale, lad. Just name your price.
Hey, it's not for sale.
All right, fuck you then.
Go to bed.
All right, fine.
Here, dog, stay there.
Right, I'm out of your fucking tractor. I'm going away with it for quite some time. Hold on.
Oh my
God,
God.
how'd you get this thing in fucking gear?
Just do the thing.
What's that? How's that? What? Oh, this is taking for fucking ever. All right, just don't follow me because this thing only goes 5 miles an hour.
Oh, my face, that really
I'll see you in the sequel.
I'll see you when I see it.
All right,
Bye.
that's how it will go.
That's how it goes. And the guy that gets the
exactly.
tractor would be from Lancashire.
And that'll be the War of the Roses aspect.
Yeah.
Bam, right in. Oh man, this is
It writes itself.
It writes itself.
Was that good enough for Captain Soros?
Sorrow seems to be the hardest word. We all say sorrow around here, don't we? Everyone says so. Very British. Sorrow. So sad. It's a sad situation. That's a nice little comedy there. Do you want to make a cocktail? Because I'll move this shit out of
cocktail. Move it.
I'll get rid of this.
It's going out with the tractor. That's why that's going.
Fuck you! I just made them. I spent all night. So British. We're so British. We're queuing. We're drinking Pims.
We're eating scones. We're stealing tractors.
Fucking. Who'd you fuck with? Who does this tractor belong to? It's Jim Wanks.
Oh no!
Oh, what the fuck do you think?
Yeah.
Hey, he's nobody. It's fucking nobody.
I'm gonna send a pigeon up. I'm gonna say, I didn't steal your tractor.
He shot it. Oh. Fucking hell.
That's Jim Wank.
Fucking Jim Wank. So sad.
Yes, please, cocktail cam. You're gonna
It's a
make
sad,
one.
sad situation.
Cocktail camera is up and running.
Yeah, I'll make the bramble because I really want to know what it is. I never know one before. Can you pass me?
Tell me what you want and I'll give it you.
Oh, I'll tell you what I want. That's a good British institution. The Spice Girls. I'm going to need a mixy.
You're going to need some lemon?
I will need some lemon. I'm going to need some simple syrup, and I'm going to need both my happy. Now, what I'm going to make for you is a bramble. Okay. Now I'm going to need the mixy glass and the shakiness. Is that? Do you have another one? Is that your thing? Does your glass go like that?
Yes, it does.
Oh, okay. So I mix it in this one. And then
Sure.
okay, cool. Sorry, I'm not used to watches. Right, I'm on cocktail cap.
What size glasses are we going to need at the end?
This decent one. I mean, I think like a tumbler is going to be fine.
I'll sort that.
Anything, just stick in anything. We're not really big on that. Right, so the bramble is a very popular British drink, although I've never had one actually. Ever before. Never made one. It's going to be exciting. Let's make one. Whoa. So sad. Yeah, that's perfect. We'll have those ones. Right. So the bramble. Do you know when I hear the bramble, it's gin, right? So let's get some gin in there. Right. So 2 ounces of gin or 60 ml.
Don't panic, I returned.
Woo. Right. So that's your gin.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad we got a gin thing because nothing more British for alcohol than gin. I'm glad we got a bit of gin cocktail in here. Now, we're going to need some lemon juice for that. We're going to need an ounce of that. 30. Lemon can be really overpowering. I'm always a little bit suspicious of it. Get a bar spoon from somewhere. Oh, it was hidden behind the cork.
It's not a very big one, you might want to give it a couple.
Put simple syrup, two bar spoons. It's small bar spoons, so I'm getting 4 in. This is Jim Wick.
John Wank.
Jim Wank. Now, what you should do is get a lovely blackberry. I don't have blackberry, but if it's a bramble, brambles give you that impression, that British impression of a hedgerow in spring or in summer.
Our American viewers are struggling with the Yorkshire accent. We might have to.
No, you don't get the Yorkshire accent. By the way, only one of us is from Yorkshire, but one of us was pulling off not a bad Yorkshire accent, so it was all right. Yes.
Sorry, Nova Charter.
I will speak. Nova Charter's here. Oh, no, lovely to see him. Excellent, which is good. So glad we actually said that some of these things. If you want to get this image of the quintessential British springtime, you're reading T.S. Eliot. You know, are you thinking about the hedgerows?
Yes.
The hedgerows and the smell of the hedgerows. You're thinking about black currants. So what you're going to need is some, well, in this case, some black currant liqueur. So we're going to stick a bit of that. In fact, we're going to put in about half an ounce of this. So 15 ml. That on. In that goes. Look at that. Now, I thought, given that I had the liqueur anyway, I thought I'd also put in some raspberry liqueur. So we've got raspberries and we've got blackcurrant. So that's a real, you're like hunting around in the British forests and pathways. I'm going to put in that. Fuck it. Let's put in 50 ml of that as well. So basically, yeah, half an ounce of raspberry liqueur as well. So now we've got raspberry, blackcurrant, and gin. Wow, that sounds amazing. And lemon. Now, where's my thing? Okay.
And then once you
that was the end of that.
Smash it to shit. And
I'm not used to that one before, but that's gone now.
That's a thing. Stand by.
We just lost the time.
Stand by. We kept the cocktail though, right?
Oh yeah, we got the cocktail.
Thank Christ for that.
So sometimes you'll find. This is why I was going to bring my metal ones around. Do you have metal ones?
I think we'll use my metal one. You also killed Bugger.
Yeah.
But Bugger's back.
Guess who's back?
Back again. I'm just going to do this very quickly.
We're just going to...
Just a minute here. Try not to stab anyone in the foot to death.
I'm going to tell you what. When you have a 2-part Boston shaker, the top part gets stuck in it.
Yeah.
And so you have to give it a bit of a Picard front punch, basically. My one, you certainly do. But it turns out, though, your one's a lot looser. I'm going to go so far to say.
I think
that would have been.
Yeah,
that would have been. That's
good.
Yeah, okay, that's the glass. And I'm going to need another. We lose one of the other glasses?
Yeah, that's fine.
Let's just get another one. So, top tip, everybody. If you've never used it before and you thought you'll probably give it a full hand, maybe you should have cut down production. But we didn't. Lucas Park. Right. And I have a strainer.
You can have that.
Let's try the brand.
I'm going to get rid of all the glass off this board.
Okay.
You killed small butter as well.
It's a sad situation.
Sorry, it seems to be.
Sorrow seems to be the hardest word. Now we're going to do half of this each.
Sorry, I'm trying my best to make this environment less deadly.
Deadly, one clear note melody. Anything less than the best is a felony. I've put crushed ice in this. We don't have it.
You've got plenty of crushed glass. We'll put crushed glass in it.
That was very dramatic.
I know. I.
Hey, look, by the way, last time we did it here, you bonded me in the chest.
Yes.
And we smashed something then, didn't we?
Never mind.
Never mind. It's all exciting here. Cheers.
Well, that does taste blackcurranty and.
Hey, that's quite. I like that.
It's got a nice.
It's a fizz to it. Do you get that fizz?
That's what's stuck in my throat. A piece of
glass. Be careful when you're using that. I'm so glad. I looked around, by the way, for this. I thought, oh, it's not there.
So there you go, mate.
Just use the glass one.
Yes. Nova Chatter says 0 shows since the last broken glass. We've had 0 days since the last
0 days.
13 casualties.
By the way, I don't know, I always see that in American TV shows or like The Simpsons. It's not a big thing in England, I don't think, but like, how many days since last year? How many days since last year? The Bond one, we smashed something when it bounced off my chest.
Yeah, I smashed one of my martini
glasses. So dramatic. God, I'm so sorry about breaking my
Don't worry about it, it's okay. That was my once in a lifetime Manchester 2017 Ale and Cider Festival Cup. But
I should have actually tested it today. It seemed pretty fixed until I smashed the shit out of it.
The only permanent thing.
Fuck you, Jim Wick. That was Jim Wick's thing. I came into Jim Wick's house and I smashed Jim Wick's glass. What's he gonna fucking do about it?
Jim Wick.
Oh, fucking Jim Wick. Oh, we can't do it. If we do that, so we'll lose.
We'll lose him. We'll lose no
Jim, hey, Jim Wick. Jim Wick. John Wayne. Well, who's the character?
John Wayne.
I mean, so confused. Anyway, so as to remind you, this is 2 ounces, 60 ml of gin, and you can an ounce, 30 ml of lemon, and you can get that lemon. That's really nice. And then I basically put half an ounce of each of raspberry and blackcurrant in that, and that is a summery drink in a glass. In fact, I've got 2 fucking summery drinks in a glass. So, hey, good job we didn't actually smash the cocktail. We didn't lose any drinks. Still professional.
I think the bramble tastes best when you also have a half an ounce of crushed glass in with it as well. That just helps it.
This is a glass.
Just goes down well.
I'm a fan of the bramble. I'm a fanboy.
Smashball. Smash my kitchen.
Smash my kitchen up. That's an own prodigy here. That was what it was going to be called originally. Keith Flynn went around to the other guy's house and smashed his kitchen up. He was just like, you just smashed my kitchen up. And they went, there's a song in that. And then they changed it to bitch later on, which the BBC did not like.
So they changed it back to kitchen.
And then they thought, well, what's the
point? Let's go back to bitch.
Yeah, and so they did. And do you know what? Once I met Keith Flynn.
Oh, they're small butter. Sorry.
Coming through the. Met Keith Flynn coming through immigration. And are you smashing the. Oh, no, there's an ant trying to call on us shit. Fucking scones.
Honestly, mate, the ants, little butter and big butter are back. The ants have never had such a great day.
Put those things. Let's have another scone, mate. I'm hungry for a scone.
Let me get the scones for you. Ouch.
Okay, I'll let you do it.
Yes.
We need a bigger studio. Please tip us money so we can buy one. Thank you very much. Because I can't be doing this. I'm a professional, right? Thank you.
Point to the middle of the thing, Alex. There's a tip jar in the middle.
There's a tip jar in the middle
of the screen.
Downwards.
Yay! You did well. 100 points to Alex.
10 points to Gryffindor.
Oh man, I gotta tell you, some of the things that are bullshit. Do you use Amazon a lot?
I do, yeah.
I know they're on Twitch, don't they? So I don't know if I should badmouth them, but their delivery sucks balls recently. Like, it used to be brilliant, like, and now it's not. And they just, that's the end of the story. You order something that costs 400 quid, and they just dump it in the middle of your lawn and say, deliver to homeowner. That fucks me off, because I live next to a bunch of thieves, basically. So, since I moved into my house, 2 people have tried to kill themselves next door. And I told my mum, I said, this is weird. And my mum, being kind, said that if her kitchen was as dirty as mine, then probably her neighbours would try to kill themselves as well.
This is a good thing.
I know, I tried it.
Covered in glass right now.
It's covered in shattered fragments of glass everywhere, but other than that, it's fucking peachy, isn't it?
Alright,
Jeremy, any more comments from our lovely viewers? You're very quiet. I think my bum's turned my phone down. Sorry. Let me turn the volume up.
In America, you might not have scones. I mean, I know you have muffins and things, but we have a good scone. It's just a little, if you want to make them, you can look up Mary Berry's scone recipe. I have scone recipes all over the place. I don't need to tell you.
Try again, Jeremy. Yes, I can. I just wondered if we had any comments.
That is just self-raising flour, butter, sugar, and eggs and stuff.
Smash glass.
Slung in the oven.
Smash glass.
Smash glass. Yes, shove some smash glass in there. Get it into a breadcrumby consistency. Put some milk and egg in it, and be fine.
I think there's a guy this week, a farmer, who said to Tesco's he put smash glass in all their baby food or something.
What?
Who got sent to prison, basically.
Who was putting it in? Oh,
He hadn't. He just run up and said, I have to put their shitters up. And he's never had scones. He has. Tonight, Nova Charter, you've had scones tonight? Enjoy. Oh. So my understanding, Nova Charter, of biscuits and gravy when you have KFC is that that's like a savoury scone. No sugar in it. It's biscuits like mash and gravy with a savoury scone. Am I right with that?
We go back to KFC again.
Yeah, I love KFC. What's wrong with it?
One day, I dreamed of being in a KFC in America with Nova Charter discussing stuff. That's, I think, has to be on my bucket list. I said,
I think you've managed to smash this one as well, even though it was in the comments.
Was that your card?
Yeah, 6 of hearts. Ooh,
bush. I smashed it and everyone place fucking mental. That's so funny.
Oh man.
And double down on that shit.
He says there's sugar in everything, even the KFC scones apparently. With your dinner. But it's not as sugary.
I'm a scone, that's my scone done. Two scones in a fountain.
You move over, I'll scone myself liberally.
Oh,
easy. I'm a machine. I can't turn my affections on and off, Alex.
So, oh man, we are very British.
Oh, lovely, thank you.
Look at that. You're going to go for jam first?
Yeah, because I'm not a savage.
It's so strange. But such an ugly thing is, the thing that makes yours work is you've got a very thin layer of jam.
Not a huge jam lover.
Oh, well, I like a big loop of jam.
I like a little bit of jam like this.
Well, you've got jam on both sides.
Yeah.
So you're hedging your bets.
I'm double jamming. We're jamming.
Like Bob Marley.
Yes. Hope you like jamming too. Cheat joke. Sorry.
Low hanging fruit. Strawberry in this case.
Did you know in England,
yes,
it is not illegal to pick wild fruit unless you intend to make it into jam and sell it for profit?
So you're allowed to pick wild fruits like blackcurrants, blackberries from the hedgerows.
Yeah.
But if I intend to make it into jam and sell it,
and make it a commercial success, that's a nay. The man from Del Monte says, "Get out of my garden."
Now, yeah, you would. But however, how would you know if the person said, "Hey, those for personal use, you're going to have them for commercial use," and you said personal, he would go carry on, and then you later go home and make them into jam or jelly for you, then how would he know? I think you can get away with that. Mind you, to make it a commercial success, you'd have to be stealing
Admittedly,
Tons.
see some kid in a dumper truck with 2.5 tons of raspberries. You'd be like, hey,
hang on a minute. That guy,
really
that
impressed
guy
with your strong work ethic, but also B, what the actual fuck?
in a tractor he stole off Jim Wank.
Right.
That's the only reason he stole that tractor.
Met Gavin Sandwiches.
Yeah. Had a hard work ethic.
It's just like it's a lot of diminishing returns. By the time you get to John Wick 4,
is there a 4? There isn't a 4.
not yet.
There will be. By the way, looking at John Wick last night as I was late out last night, watching John Wick, I'm like, there's some really great moments in that fucking film. The whole film is amazing. And there's a bit where like he threatens the priest, and the priest is like, and he's right on it, and he's like pointing the gun at the priest. It's like this. And he goes like, right, you're going to open up this vault. And the guy goes, Vigo will kill me. And he kind of looks down the barrel of the gun, and he goes, uh-huh. Like that, in this really cool and intense Keanu way. And I'm like,
only Keanu.
this guy is so fucking stylish. What a guy.
So Nova Chat, I wondered what we were putting on top of the jam.
Oh, sorry, Nova. Clotted cream.
Clotted cream.
Clotted cream.
Very thick clotted cream.
Really thick.
So when you have your scone and jam and clotted cream, you'd also have it with tea, which would be your cream tea, basically.
Yeah, about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, you'd have a big I was going to buy one, a big tower of kind of plates, a big plate, a smaller plate, another plate on a big kind of display. You put all your little sandwiches and your little cakes. You have some tea, some scone, and that's how you do it. But this stuff, particularly, is made in clotted cream's made in the southwest of England, mainly in Cornwall and Devon. Devonshire cream teas, and what they do is they process it like really, really thick. So it's incredibly bad for you and really thick. And they just fucking, it's not like that, it's not a weak sauce cream. It is a fucking solid bit of, you'll build a house out of that. Now, talking of tea, do you want to make a tea?
I'm going to make some tea.
Right. Get 2 teas here. Get some tea.
Yes, this is Miggy.
2 teas.
Teas for the lads.
Oh, just one for you, one for me. Let me bring it over. Let me put them everywhere.
Come here, dear.
Oh, okay, you got the teapot.
Come here, dear. I've got the tea.
Got tea.
There's the tea.
I might chuck that stuff away. Let me get rid of scones.
Get rid of them. Fuck them off.
I just smash them like I smashed the other thing.
Yes, please, Jeremy. I wonder what glasses we can smash next. We'll make a little bit of space.
Are you going to get it?
Out of this cluttered hellhole that is my bar. And I'm going to get this and this over here. Wash that out in a minute.
I'm not doing that while you're doing that.
Thank you. And
tell them the story of the tea.
The tea. Would you do me a favour and pass me my Delirium Tremens glass and the other glass? I think I'll make tea in those traditional tea glasses. So, earlier this afternoon, I basically made some Earl Grey infused tea. So I have some Earl Grey infused gin, which I'm now going to take from a teapot, as is the way. The way that you do this is easy. You either get some loose Earl Grey tea or cut some Earl Grey tea bags open, and you want about 4 tablespoons of tea into 500 mils of dry gin. I use Gordon's. They also suggest that Beefeater gin is very good for this. So I went with that, and I'm going to use my proper gin teapot to do me and Alex a gin tea. Holy moly, that has really taken the colour of the tea. Wow. Wowzers.
Here's one we made earlier. Don't say we're not prepared.
I don't, you know,
nobody would say.
Things that we could
I stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning, watching John Wick for that.
John Wank for that.
John Wank. Studying. I studied at Lambda to do that accent. That's the London Academy of Musical and Dramatic Art.
As with all gins, you can never have enough ice.
You
will not be scared of the ice. The ice will not hurt you.
You should say you want a slice of lemon in. You want some lemon in that?
Yes, please. Can you cut me a slice of lemon?
Yeah. I will once I found it.
Right, so over there should be a knife. Try not to stab yourself and go destroy the kitchen or put yourself on glass.
I found some more glass!
He's found some glass.
I found some.
I'm going to go with Fever Tree Tonic.
Is this good enough?
Yes, that's it. There should be a big knife somewhere. Over there, look. I'm just going to gin it. Normally, you want to put about 3 times as much tonic in as you put gin, but I'm eyeballing it. Looks nice. That looks nice.
Right, this one's not going to work. You've got 2 bits of.
Just be careful.
Don't worry, I've successfully found the glass with my feet.
Try not to find any more.
And my fingers.
There we go.
I mean, I've only got myself to blame. Oh,
So this is Earl Grey tea infused gin with a little bit of lemon in it to offset the thing. Cheers. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's nice.
That's
It's more. Do you know what? I'm getting the smell of the Earl Grey
rather than the flavouring of it.
Yeah.
But it's still very
So
nice.
if I close my eyes.
I close my eyes.
Bit of Joseph there.
Interesting fact, Joseph used to regularly smash up his pal's kitchen as well.
Yeah, well, he was pretty pissed off because after he had a coat of many colours, his brothers weren't happy. He was flipping fucking tables.
Honestly, and the other guy turned the air pretty blue.
Oh, yes.
Only one colour.
That's right. And green with envy. And many more colours.
Nova Charter says a cocktail fit for Captain Picard himself.
I know, right? I was
Earl Grey gin, cold.
Oh, great, gin, cold. I was like, Riker's like, what? It's like, I'm trying something new, Riker.
I want to speak to you about your quite obvious drinking issues, Captain. Make it so.
You know what I thought? I was saying to, I can't remember who I was saying this to, but it would be nice to do an entire.
Yeah, it does smell very strongly of Earl Grey.
It does, but it doesn't actually taste.
It doesn't taste strongly of Earl Grey.
You know, sometimes when I have fruity teas, they smell of the fruit, they taste of hot water. They can get in the fucking sea. What annoys me about fruity teas is people say, "Oh, which fruit would you like?" I said, "It doesn't matter because it all tastes of boiling water." And they're like, no, it really does. And I'm like,
this one's a very subtle blend of pomegranate and give a fuck. There, try
I'm like,
that.
oh yes, boiled water.
Lovely.
I think we should run a podcast called 10 Forward, where we just make Star Trek related alcoholic drinks with a 10 Forward background, and we should pretend to be 2 officers on the bridge in Star Trek on the Enterprise who Skype off work whenever we can to go to 10 Forward. If we can see if we can get Whoopi Goldberg to guest star. Yeah,
I think she'd be desperate to. I mean, her career's not
needs
built
to work.
so much, does it?
She needs to work.
We all have to pay the bills.
Yeah.
She has to pay the bills.
She can be on our 10 Forward podcast.
10 Forward. Oh man, but the gin's still good, and it's got a very Earl Grey. It looks like tea.
Do you know what? This is the kind of thing during the Prohibition you convince people was tea. Like, it's just tea, officers. Can you imagine the time of the Prohibition when I won't have more tea because I've got sufficient tea. I've got so much here. When they go, look, it's not really. We're drinking in teacups. How often would the police have been fooled during the Prohibition? Where they're just like, hang on a minute, check everybody's drinks. Yeah, you're all drinking out of teacups. Carry on. And everyone's falling around the place. Nothing but tea.
When I lived in Pakistan for a little while, you were not allowed to drink there. It was a dry country, so often you would go to a restaurant and they would serve you your booze out of a teapot. And they'd like, tea, sir? Yes, please. Would you care for the white tea or the red tea? I'm like, red tea, please.
Imagine if you just stood there going like, I don't understand, tea's brown colour with milk. And they're like, no, sir.
No, sir.
Would you like...
Let's try now. Let's say, hello, sir. Would you like the white tea or the red tea?
No, alcohol.
Red tea.
Alcohol.
Fucking tea!
Take it, mother.
Take it, you mother.
I'll fucking put this spout in your mouth.
Imagine if they knocked all of John White's tea things over.
That's what they did. He has a beautiful teapot collection.
Shaped like a tractor.
Yeah, at the back. I don't know if you've seen it. The original John Wick, actually, when they're smashing everything up, he has some ornate plates that you can get off the back of the Radio Times with pictures of Princess Diana on it.
You get one coupon every week.
Got to collect them.
Got to collect them.
Yeah. But you don't. Blink and you'll miss it. I think it's in the director's cut of John Wick. They smash all these ornate plates up. It must have taken ages to take
points to it with the baseball bat first.
In the original one, you hear him say to Vigo something like, "They took my car, they took my dog, they took my ornamental plates. But I think the director went, I don't think
that's a bridge too
yeah,
far.
bridge too far. So they cut it down to just the dog and the car.
Who was on the plate? And he said Diana.
Yeah. Lady Diana Spencer, the Queen of Our Hearts.
Queen of Our Hearts.
And Vigo was like, fuck her. And I think they knew at that point British audience wouldn't take it. No, because Princess Diana, no, they did. The test audience was mainly monarchists from England, and they just did not like anyone talking shit about Diana. Even now. Anyway, never forget, 1997.
She was
terrible
like
time.
a candle in the wind.
She was.
Unreliable.
Terrible. It couldn't work, just terrible. Flitting from one thing to another. Anyway, so lovely. This is nice.
I'm laughing at you. I don't know where you're going. I'm like, I need a way in here. I'm screaming. I can't get in. I don't know how.
I think we finished.
Any minute. He stopped. He's looking at me. He wants me to say something.
No. We're concluded.
That joke has ended.
Oh.
I've just found another piece of glass.
This is a piece of glass
in my foot.
Oh God! No, that was pretty dramatic.
That was. You might have heard me say,
"Ow!" Well, when you got to put the scones there, I'm like, "Oh, there's a piece of
honestly,
glass."
you cannot see this, but it's a fucking minefield. My kitchen.
Yeah, let's just stay behind the bar.
We'll have to live here forever. Is that a bad thing? I don't think it is.
One time I once went to a Halloween party dressed as the Grim Reaper. And it was a surprise for my girlfriend at the time, who did not know I would be attending. And I was wearing these big, long, white football socks because I didn't want to paint my legs white. It's pointless, really. I mean, I think I've done this. I just thought, we'll just wear white football socks. And so what I was wearing was socks as I walked across the driveway towards the house. And someone had dropped a broken glass, and I stepped on it and put a massive bit of glass into my foot. And I came in, and I'm trying to be all cool. Like, I don't think it was my girlfriend, it was someone I just wanted to see. And I'm like, hey, how's it going? She went, oh my God, you came. That's so amazing. You came. Wait, are you bleeding? I'm like, no, what are you talking about? I'm not bleeding. What are you talking about? I'm not bleeding. And it's like, I think you're bleeding. And the dad that was there, it's like, oh, hi, how do you know my daughter? Are you bleeding? I'm like, it's just a scratch. And the whole of the bottom of his football sock is just red. And so in the middle of this party, and everyone's being cool, they're ripping this sock off and just trying to kind of get and I'm just like, hey, by the way, I kind of like you.
My very good friend of mine called Tom Vandergoo, who is a crazy motherfucker, who basically turned up at a fancy dress party as the devil. His devil costume were red horns, a red cape, and a sock over his cock and balls. And as he walked into the front room, he shut the door, unbeknownst to him, trapping the end of the sock in the door. And they said, who have you come as, Tom? And he went, the devil! But as he turned around, he pulled the sock off. They just turned around, and he went, the devil! And I'm like, what the hell, Tom? Like, he's just got a cape and horns and his cock and balls out. I am the devil! Jesus Christ.
This is the kind of thing that happens at a regular
occurrence in my life.
In British, in this very British streaming version of Cocktails and Bullshit. People, our British Halloween is not as big as I would say.
It usually ends in tragedy.
The States, yes.
I cannot tell you any Halloween that I've been involved in where it hasn't involved a trip to casualty.
Yeah.
Or if you prefer, the emergency room. Or fire service, police.
Yeah. Coast Guard,
air ambulance,
yeah.
Or the other one, RAC.
I think it's RAF, the Royal Air Force, flies over, drops the road bombs, low level.
Every year, don't you worry about that bottle, you stay up.
I want to smash myself too!
Everything wants to fucking break in this kitchen. Every year at Tesco's, they sell 100-shot missile cake.
Oh, sorry, yes.
Halloween, bonfire night. A big shot missile cake. I live under power lines, so it's not going to happen here. Or maybe it could happen here. I mean, power lines wouldn't be damaged by a 100-shot cake, would they? Would it kill it? Would it kill it?
There's only one way to find out.
What's your thoughts? Do you think I could fire a 100-shot missile cake? Fucking one time ago with a 100-shot missile cake.
Maybe we should take it somewhere safer. I mean, I don't want to out you for the things you've done with fireworks in the past. You've never been safe with fireworks.
Oh,
you know, there's
really?
a firework code which says you have to do various things, and I think you were trying for a record of how many of you did not do.
Another chatter says he lives near to Salem, which is the Halloween capital of the world.
I've been to Salem.
I have also been to Salem. There are 2 Salems, as it turns
Well,
out.
did I go to the one that you went to?
I went to the one where they had a Wendy's, and they told me it was the wrong place. And then I went to the right one, where they
By
have
the way,
Witch Museum.
You know you're in the right Salem because the entire of that fucking town is driven by witches, right? So they got the Witch Museum.
Yes.
All their police.
John Witch.
John Witch, right? John Witch.
They
He's just
kill
a
his
man.
cat. They kill his cat.
They kill his cat, and his cat was his familiar, which is what he used to make so many spells. So he was like, I'm going to cast a fucking spell on you with this fucking Uzi. And it's like,
she's like that, just no guns, just.
It's just flying around on a broom. She stole it. They stole her broom.
Who does this broomstick belong to?
Who does this broomstick belong to?
John Witch.
This is.
God's sake!
What are you doing?
Hang on,
She's going to come.
Hey, John.
John Witch.
It's nothing to do with me. I didn't steal the broomstick. Oh, shit, she's on her way now.
So anyway, the whole of Salem, even their police force has a little witch symbol. And when I was there, even the tramps are thing. There was a tramp, this woman, this hobo, whatever. She was this woman with a shopping cart, and she was even dressed like a witch, almost like the police had said, "Listen, Margaret, you can still be
homeless.
You can still be homeless in the town of Salem.
Wear this costume.
But you've got to look. You've got to look. We need you to be on brand.
We've made this for you.
All right.
Can you wear it?
The whole thing. Look, we've got a fucking witch museum. We've got a house. Right. One of the houses in Salem is called the Witch House. We were like, fuck me.
Which
witch house? It's this little old wooden house. Like they're all there. By the way, when I went to Salem, I'm like, if there was a storm, every one of these houses would be destroyed. It blows my mind. They're all made out of wood. It's really strange. But anyway, I went to the Witch Museum, and then I went to this house, and it's like the Witch House. I'm like, oh, we're going to get the goods here. And it was the house that's still standing where the last person who prosecuted a witch lives. So it wasn't actually a witch. It was just a dude who did the prosecution. Like, the Witch House where a member of the government lived. And I'm like, that is not as sexy as I was hoping it was going to be. But
one of Nova Chatter's his girlfriends is from Salem. They're pretty hardcore on the witchery.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he split up with her now. He said she was a complete
witch.
No, just really disagreeable.
That place, that little town is like, I really felt like I was in a Lovecraft novel. I was walking around, it was really quiet, all these little wooden houses. I'm like, is this intimate? Am I gonna not get out of here?
Did you stay overnight?
No, because I wasn't insane. In fact, we came across from Boston on the boat, and it was a beautiful day. And then the fog rolled in, and they were like, "We can probably navigate back in the thick fog." And we just went and got a fucking train and went back to Boston from.
I went from Boston to Salem when I was there. We drove. We went through because it's Maine, isn't it? Is Salem in Maine?
Yeah, there's massive Boston's in Massachusetts. So Salem's in Maine. Do you know what? We'll have to respond to our authority on the subject. He says it's not Maine, isn't that like where every Stephen King novel's set? Like Bangor, Maine.
Yes. Oh right, is it not in Maine? Is Maine nearby?
We don't know. This is a British podcast.
Massachusetts. Jeremy says you're thick. It's Massachusetts.
Yeah, I said Massachusetts. I said Boston's in Massachusetts. So
Hang on, no, it says you said Maine.
You're the one. You said Maine about 18 times. Fuck me.
Okay. Alex is of the belief that he didn't say Maine.
I don't want to fucking say it. Well, and when we look back at it, I'll be like, I'll be very confused. Anyway, for our British podcast, none of these places are actually in England, although there is a Boston in
New England. New England? Is it all part of New England?
Do you know what? I'm not going to answer any more of these questions. No, New England is there's the Patriots part of New England. Good old Patriots.
Where is New England?
Now that where is New England?
Get in! New England is a collection of states, of which Massachusetts and Maine are 2 of them.
Well, that makes sense.
So I got ticked partially right. I'm going to take it as a moral victory.
Is this an American quiz now? It's British thing. Although I don't want to drink any more of this. There's so much of it, and I'm not a big fan now. Do you want me to pour the rest into yours?
He says it's not a quiz and you're still shit. And you lost.
He said Maine 18 times, Jeremy, before I was like, what are you talking
To be
about?
honest with you, Jeremy, looking at the state of my kitchen, I think I know who the fucking loser here is. It's definitely not Alex.
It's the glass.
It's the glass.
The glass.
The glassware. Yeah, it said the state of my kitchen is one of the states in New England. So there we go.
What do you want to do now? Do you want to do another? Oh, you did that. Do you want me to do one?
Yeah.
Oh, I can do the really quick one.
Do the really quick one.
Let's get a glass then that's not broken.
What glass would you like to break next, Alexander?
Can I have a soda glass? Can I have that one that's sitting on the counter?
Yes. Could you tell us the name of the quick cocktail you're going to make?
We're going to do a cheeky Vimto.
A cheeky? Do you need two of these?
Well, yeah, actually, because
I mean, these are pretty indestructible. I'd like to see you break these. Just stop, not really.
Let's get some ice in here.
Ice.
Let's have some cocktails as well.
So this is a really quite a shabby cocktail.
Oh yeah, like in England. Right, so I'll give you that back. So in England, there's something called a cheeky Vimto. I'm sure there are iterations of it in other parts of the world, America, wherever. But in England, they came up with a drink which was, we better go and get it because they're in the fridge. I bet them cool and what
I'll sort it out. You carry on.
So the drink cheeky Vimto is port, which is a fortified wine. So it's a bit like a very thick wine that's been fortified for years and years and years. So it's very thick wine. We get about 60 ml of that in there, and then we top it up with. I put them in the fridge. So I don't know yours. Oh, you put them all right? Yes. So the other thing you want is Blue Wicked. So Blue Wicked is a raspberry, I think, little fruity drink which you drink when you're in a club.
And a child.
There you go. When you are a young person,
Apparently.
I'll put it. We've got cocktail cans.
Is it in New
Oh,
England?
it's a blueberry. Okay, cool. Maybe I'm thinking of slush puppies, which are always like. Anyway, so we when you're a child and you want to drink alcohol, they offer you these childish alcoholic drinks. Obviously, you're meant to be like 18, but like you're 17 or 16, and you're trying to get into a club, and pretend you're old enough to be in the club. Once you get in the club, there's a lot of sugary alcoholic drinks for your choice. Now, Blue Wicked, and there's various other colours, but I think it's the most popular. They'll sell
They do
them.
an iron brew one, don't they?
They do. So they sell these things when you're in the club, and they normally do 2 for 1. So you'll see lads all around the place with like one in the hands like that and another one like that, and they're all just wandering around because £2 has got them 4 drinks, and they're fucking drinking them. And that's where it came from. But who came up with the genius idea to put port in it? I'll never fucking know. Right, so where is the port? Because we need the port.
Just find the port.
If you could just go downstairs.
I'll find the port. Port is for...
Now, one of these glasses, you need one of these bottles and 60 ml. I'm going to do 30 ml each and 1 bottle. That's all right by you.
Oh, the traditional Jamaica rum.
Cool. Yes.
That's nice. Sorry, this is very exciting. I'm doing my best.
That's okay. When you looked for it earlier and you said, yes, you definitely got it, where did you see it at that point?
It was on the table.
Right.
Did I pass it to you and you put it down here?
That's the brandy. Well, no, I haven't seen it.
Sherry.
It's not these ones. Wow, this is amazing. It's not these ones. Well, maybe, I tell you what, maybe you should do a drink instead and I'll find the thing.
No, we'll find it.
We'll get to the bottom of this one. It's an incredibly chabby drink, and by chabby we mean mucking up, by which we mean kind of like just young girls and young lads tend to drink it when they don't have a lot of money. Now, there's a chain over here in England called Wetherspoons, which is a pile of shit, but very, very, very cheap. And the person that runs it is a dickhead, but ultimately it's very, very, very cheap. So
It's over there.
you can get these very cheap in a Wetherspoon, but you shouldn't. So they are really, but you know, I don't think I've really ever had a cheap drink. So wow, as if by magic the port appeared. Let's have 30 ml each of this because we're going to do. Do you want to just bang one of those open?
Maybe I'll bang another one open as well all over myself. There we go.
I'm glad our bare legs have. Right, 30.
Oh, it smells so nice now.
My legs smell like wicked. Right, so let's just pour this. This is the easiest one to make.
Oh, mate.
John Wicked. This is what John Blue Wicked They came round to his house, smashed all his fucking blue wicket. It's like, not John Wicked. It's like, did you smash his port as well? Yeah. Right, so this is port, 16 mil of port, and 16 mil of port on one of these. Bosh, let's drink it. I mean,
It's alright.
it's fine, but it's not everything I was hoping for. I don't know why people drink this.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I was a little bit let down by the Earl Grey gin, the Earl Grey tea gin.
Oh, were you? I wasn't a big fan.
I was just expecting more from it, you know? Just
This. Don't say it.
probably we have to talk to the replicator about it. Guinan, this is shit.
Guinan. Do you know what I love in Star Trek is where they talk about replicated drink, and then someone will say, yeah, but this Klingon whiskey was made in the blood of our victims, distilled and fermented for the last 50 years. While they were still alive, we kept them alive, kept draining it, we make like they've made, so there's like some synthetic alcohol, but it's not like the real thing, Picard, and they gift him this thing. He's like, well, okay then. And then he drinks it and he's like, like it comes out like treacle, just Klingon blood wine. It can't be Really?
nice. It can't be nice.
I want to make some of that. We should have a whole Star Trek episode, given how much we fucking love it.
We could do.
Do you know what?
Can I be data?
Yeah, well, look, if we had...
coldly logic.
Yeah.
Coldly logical.
You want to be Data
in
in
This
this?
is my favourite character.
Is he?
Like I look like I could be an unstoppable killing machine, don't I?
Well, I think it should be a Borg.
Oh, they're so rubbish. I want to be a data.
The Borg weren't rubbish at the beginning, but were amazing.
In fact, if anything, the Borg were better in Discovery, spoiler alert, than they were in the later series.
I don't remember being an episode. Do you think about Picard?
Because it wasn't the Borg. So I got that whole thing wrong.
Yeah.
I thought they were the...
You think about Picard?
No, Control. I thought Control was the Borg.
No, I think no, I didn't think that. I think Control was something separate entirely. I
I
never
thought
thought for a moment that, I think they were meant to be, you were meant to be led down the Borg path, but you weren't. I mean, it wasn't,
they had me hook, line, and sinker.
really? I never thought that.
I thought at least
Because my basic feeling is that someone at Star Trek HQ is going to go, enough! Fuck the Borg! Can we leave it in the past? Leave Data in the past. We killed him off for a reason. Stop! Someone stop!
Not fat. Robots still get fat.
Stop! Stop! I swear to God, I want to make so much money and I want to buy out Star Trek thing, and I want to be the CEO of all things Star Trek, and everything has to pass my desk, and they go, hello, Mr. Boughton, would you like to sign this off? And I'm like,
No, I wouldn't.
no Borg, no Data. Try again. That's all I want.
No Picard.
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah, okay, no Picard.
No Picard.
But that's not that's not my worry.
Don't like Picard. Didn't like Picard.
No, I wasn't a fan. Do you want to, well, let's just keep drinking this.
Just keep drinking it because it's great. What have you been up to? Tell me about this. Fuck off, Star Trek. It's not why we're here. We're here for
This
bullshit.
the British. The British, the stiff upper lip of the British.
Show you my stiff upper lip.
Oh! I thought you were singing "Unbelievable" by EMF.
Oh!
Unbelievable!
I'll tell you something that I've really missed during Corona, and it's just come back today. It's the first time I really enjoyed it. Is the Morrison's Delicatessen. The flirty ladies that work at the Delicatessen. Oh, can I have pulled pork? Oh, I'll pull your pork. Oh, I've missed that.
Are they really?
And
like
you
that?
just
I
chat
never
to
liked
them
that
a little bit. You need to try out. You just chat to them a little bit, and you buy 8 spicy ribs for £1.50, and they're like, I'll put 9 in, because you're giving them a bit of the old chub.
Well, I understand that concept works, but I don't buy that sort of stuff in the Delicatessen.
Make me sick. What's wrong with you?
I'm like, I will have 6, thank you. 6 is the amount I'm paying for.
They're slightly older.
Slightly older ladies.
You know, I
Slightly older deli ladies.
nice in my, the sort of perv in me might like the older lady.
This is not.
Nova Charter wants a red dwarf themed cocktails and bullshit.
Oh,
I
man.
will do that for you.
Red Dwarf cocktail.
Oh my god.
That'd be good.
So many good episodes of Red Dwarf. Some of them are bullshit, but There are so
I'm
many
stuck
good
in
ones.
like one season. I can't remember what it is now. But
I love the one where the other version of Crichton gets killed and he picks the hand up and uses it on the scan pad to get through the door. And Crichton stood there and he goes, "Now, I worked out how you did that." He's like, "All right." And he's like, you picked his hand up, didn't you? The other version of me. He's like, "Yeah, where is it now?" "It's in my pocket." Like, oh my God, you're sick. Got it in your pocket. So good.
I haven't seen any Red Dwarf for ages.
So
I think it went off the boil a little bit. But
Doug Naylor and
Garth Ennis,
there were two writers and they went their separate ways and then they came back together again. It is fun. It is fun. It is fun again.
I'm done with that.
Do you not want any more?
No, is that yours?
Yes, don't put it in there with that. Put it in there with that. Beam me up, Scotty.
Beam me up, Scotty!
So, it's almost better.
Really?
No.
2 drinks we didn't like. Together for posterity. Do you like that drink? No?
Do you like that drink? No. Put them together.
Put them together.
Oh,
shit! Fuck yeah, now. We've got so much more to drink here, and we're going out after this.
Yes,
we're going to
have to get a shift on. Is it my turn?
It's not my turn. I'll tell you that. We open this one.
I'll torpedo it in a minute.
A torpedo? They might need to understand what that is.
Yeah, well, you're about to find out.
This is going to be so dangerous.
I think the Twitch Safety Advisory Council might fucking shit a brick if I torpedo it.
Right, what are you going to
do? Jeremy, if we could have, please, the clotted cream all over my fucking bar. The cocktail can, please. I think I'm going to make a brandy floss. Ooh! So the brandy floss, or the cotton candy brandy. Those of you that may have watched Big Mouth TV show, the kids in that drink cotton candy brandy. Obviously, in England, we call cotton candy floss. I'm mixing it with brandy, so it's going to become brandy floss. So everyone's a winner. So for this drink, I need brandy. In this case, I'm going to be using a special type of brandy.
Is that, by the way, was that your glass?
No, that's yours.
Oh, is it?
Yes, yes. I'm going to use a special type of brandy called Pisco. Yes, so I'm just mind-sweeping now. I'm going to use a special type of brandy called Pisco, which is a clear brandy made from grapes. I'm going to use a cherry liqueur called Cherry Hearing. I'm going to use cream of cacao, which is the same stuff that one puts in pina coladas. I've decanted it there into a lovely Kilner bottle. So I love Kilner bottles. And I'm going to use some fresh lime. And also, candy floss! Yay! There was much rejoicing.
I think you can see the candy floss.
I can't. Let's move the hearing. Fuck off hearing. And there's the candy floss. I'm going to shake this. Shake, Sonora. Shake your mouth. Gonna get rid of all this. Work, Sonora. Work it all the time. So how are we going to do this?
Good question.
I've suddenly got port in it. I don't want that to the divine flavour here. So we're going to start with the brandy. We're going to go 2 ounces of Pisco.
That's 60 ml.
Or 60 mils if you're into mils. You into mils, Alex?
I love a mil.
Oh, mate, I love mils.
Yeah.
So we're going to go 60 mils of that.
Well, it's a millimetre or a milliliter. I like a mil.
I love a mil.
Or Mike Mills.
You know, I like
the band Arian.
Add a letter. Yeah, MILF. I like MILFs as well.
Oh, I was going to say milk.
Oh, nearly spilled that. Now we're going to go the cherry hearing or cherry liqueur. We're going to go 1/4 ounce of this. Or in my head, about 7 mils, which is that. I put 10 in. I said 7 and I put in 10. Yay! Then we're going to go 1/2 ounce. Thank you. I did send Jeremy apparently the instructions for this were 25 ounces of cherry hearing, which is a lot.
I think you've got 25 ounces in that.
So we're going to go 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of this gloopy shit, which is the cream of coconut. I'm going to dump that in there. Get in. And then we're going to Sorry. Put that there. So we've got Pisco, cherry hearing, cream of cocoa. We got 3/4 ounce of fresh lime, or
22.
Yeah, so 22 mils. Good work there, Alex. Good work on the maths. Thank God you're here.
Thank God you're here, maths boy.
Like
Bosh.
so.
Lush.
Could you do me a favour? Could you go under there and get the very tiny, little martini glasses?
I don't know which one you mean.
Well, yes, those. Two of them. There should be a few different ones. Eddie Moonside? Eddie Stone is tumescent. Nothing to do with the cocktails. He's just tumescent, Alex.
Well.
Takes all sorts. So then on top of all of this muck,
Glad to see you here, Eddie Stone. Thanks for joining us.
we're going to chuck in a decent pinch of candy floss.
Now, if you're just joining us, we're doing a very British cocktails and bullshit. We have Pimm's. We've been drinking Pimm's the whole fucking time. That's nice.
And that's gone in there.
And I wonder what you were doing then.
Yeah.
Get this in your mouth, and my first reaction was, yeah, all right.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. That's because you're an acceptor, my love.
See that?
This is the brandy floss.
And yeah, we've got some Pimm's. We had some Earl Grey gin, which we infused with Earl Grey earlier. I did a bramble, which is basically blackcurrant and raspberry and gin. And now, after the cheeky Vimto, which is a cheeky chatty drink, we're having the brandy floss, which is brandy cherry hearing.
Culture drink for men of culture.
Right.
Just smash it up. Just fuck it up. Just do what you like. It's not your kitchen. You don't have to live here. Go fuck my kitchen up.
Oh, it's so funny. Why do you give music? But I might not like it. Oh, fuck, that's horrible. Actually,
it's pleasant.
It's not. I smelt it and I thought that is fucking disgusting. It has a bad nose smell, but it has a good mouthfeel.
There's a lovely gob texture to it.
Do you know what? That's not so. Oh man, what is that? Is that the brandy? Fuck, I'm glad that's only that big. If you got that in a bar, you'd be confused. The moment you drink it, it's like, I think I'll take some fun.
Oh, fuck. Wowzers.
What is in that? Is that the fucking Pisco?
This happened with the Japanese cocktail.
Pisco and the lime.
This is what happened with the Japanese cocktail, which was mostly brandy. I don't think you're a brandy man.
I don't think so. I had a sidecar when I was in Belgium when we ran that one and we did the sidecar.
Is that the one you crashed?
Yes, straight to the fucking side of the building.
But you were drinking champagne.
Princess Diana was on board.
Do you know the worst?
I don't want to imitate
Jim Wank's fucking sidecar.
It was fucking. I stole Jim Wank's fucking sidecar. He wasn't happy about it. The dog was in it at the time. That's why I died on him.
Do you know? It's a grower, not a shower.
That is it's largely like my penis. Yeah.
It's a grower, not a shower. I wondered what sort of glasses we would serve this in, and I thought
these ones are perfect.
Ideal.
These are really nice. I'm down with this. I'm not getting the candy floss, I'll tell you that, but it's quite sweet.
Maybe I didn't.
Do you know what? I'm not a big fan of coconut, but I do like lime, cherry, and brandy. So I'll give you a thumbs up. Please don't put more of that in my mouth.
Do you want to take some?
No, I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Of course I do. Yes, sorry. Have the blue stuff.
Yeah, have some blue.
Sorry, I made a mistake.
Bit of blue for Dad.
Bit of blue for Dad. John Wick.
John Wank.
Jim Wank. Bit of blue. Oh, he's blue. He's blue.
I'm surprised how quickly that dissolved in there, actually.
I'm surprised how much I'm drinking of this. And you say children drink this on a TV show?
Yes. It doesn't taste so. The guy said it's beautifully balanced. It doesn't feel beautifully balanced.
No, it feels like an assault on my booze senses. Booze overload, diagnostic.
No,
booze.
No, I'm dated.
Oh, who am I? Can I be right guy? I love right guy. No, can I be Q? Hey, the ultimate odd couple. Q and Data. That's a show. People would watch that.
They would. Yeah, they would. They would.
Q keeps making Data do stuff. And it's like, logical. But until oh, Data, stop being such a dickhead. Let's just go and have some fun. And he's like, all these women turn up. I mean, that does happen in deja
A
vu.
little bit left. I'm having a bit more because your glass was bigger.
No, I'm fine with that.
I'm having more.
You've joined us here on Cocktails and Bullshit, the British edition, where we're discussing all things British, saying sorry, queuing, the London Underground, Wimbledon,
saying sorry,
strawberries and cream.
saying sorry.
All right, governor, getting in a taxi and asking them how long they're going to be there
Eels
for.
and mash, liquor.
All manner of
Do you know
British
what? I
things.
just admit this. I should have fucking made black and tan. Should have made.
By the way, I thought black and tan was on there.
Yeah, I thought it was a bit too northern. So one of the
You're a bit
cocktails I
too
was going to make was called black and tan, where you get like a light IPA type beer, and you layer it on top with a stout or a brown ale, and we didn't do that. I instead opted for this muck.
Are you not happy with this?
It's all right. It's just.
Thing is, my expectations were.
Oh, I've gone out on a limb to try to make some amazing things, and so far I feel like I've been missing the mark a little bit.
It's like it's potent. I'm in a happy place, but it's dangerous, and I feel like I'm in trouble. It's a bit like I've just stolen Jim Wank's car and killed his dog.
Mate, if you stole his car and killed his tractor,
Killed his tractor.
you killed his whip it, then
Yeah.
you're in trouble, mate.
Fucking hell. I don't think
What are you breaking
I
now?
can't keep drinking. We're going to go out after this and I'm going to have a glass of wine. My girlfriend might be watching this. She'll be like,
you a message. I can see her face now.
everything's going to be fine. Do you know find out what that is?
No, you've done with that.
Yeah.
It's going in the cauldron. There we go.
And the person who does the forfeit does the. Oh no, he's going to drink that. That's fine.
It's going in the
cauldron.
Yeah.
Hold it, didn't I?
I warned you. You were warned. That's Jim Wank's cauldron.
Oh yes. Don't want to steal this.
So that's that. That one, like all my cocktails, feel like they've been. Well, the ping pong was pretty good.
Standard, classic. Pims will never disappoint. I was reading online. Someone was saying, because I was looking up stuff about Pims, and someone said, I asked my husband for suggestions for summer drinks, and he mentioned Pims, but I hate Pims, but everyone else is saying it as well. I'm like, you are the odd one out.
You are a dick. If you go somewhere and you meet an arsehole, you met an arsehole.
Yeah.
But if you go everywhere and you meet an arsehole, the world is full of arseholes. That's the saying, right? Is that how it is?
That's it.
Everyone's an arsehole.
The world is full of arseholes. That lesson I important.
The world is full of arseholes.
And turns out that Robert Carlyle is the biggest one, apparently.
Yes, he is.
Not a good film.
He can't even feel his arsehole.
No, he can't. He's like, oh, how bad is that? Imagine if Robert Carlyle's character, the man who cannot feel pain, wanted to get into bondage. It's like, ah, do you like that? Do you like that? It's like, got nothing.
That's nothing.
Got nothing here at all.
Yeah,
Do you want what about that? Pinch your nipples. What about that?
He's like, I've made some bad choices.
Nothing.
Sorry. Could have been better. Could have been better.
Yeah.
I heard somebody say the other day, opinions are like arseholes.
Everyone's got
one. Nobody wants to hear it.
That's nice.
That is funny. And the other one was ponytails. He's like, do you know what's under a ponytail? What? An arsehole. Like on a horse when you listen to ponytail.
Oh, I get that now.
So that's the thing.
I see it.
So that's the thing.
One of my phrases I like is he couldn't, what's it? He couldn't pour piss out of a boot if the instructions were on the heel. I bloody love that. He couldn't pour piss out of a boot if the instructions were on the heel.
My dad says, common sense. Common sense. You haven't got any common sense. It's like telling you not to wipe your ass on a broken glass bottle. I've heard him say it so many times, and I know it's coming, and you think after 40 years of hearing this, I'd be like immune to it, but it still cracks me up. What was the other one he said to somebody? He says, he didn't say, I did this favour for him, and he left, and he didn't say thank you, nor kiss me ass. What? And so he didn't say thank you.
He didn't say thank you.
He didn't say kiss my ass. So he was neither. He just did nothing. He was polite.
Nice.
He wasn't rude. He just fucked off and didn't say anything, as if what you'd done didn't even register on his radar. And that is a nuance.
The one I loved that I heard was when you don't want to do something. I remember we were talking about going to a Christingle service, like a Christmas service, and no one really wanted to go with their family and spend time at Christmas in church when you could be sitting drinking. And the guy said, I'd rather shit in my hands than clap. I'd rather shit in my hands than clap. I was like, and that despair, and they go, oh, I'd rather shit my hands into that. What a great Britishism.
Oh, mate, there's my brother. He's forever organising work nights out. And when you have, get rid of that. When you have a work night out and nobody comes to the work night out, it's such a letdown. But people say they will go and they don't go. It's just such a waste.
Thank you.
So he says, do you know Tom, Greg, whoever? They said they'd come to the works night out and they didn't come. They've been an utter LDC.
LDC?
And now what do you think an LDC is?
I don't know, but I'm betting the C is cunt.
It is. You've been a complete letdown cunt. He's like, Tom and Bob said they'd come out, sat at the pub. I've been there 20 minutes, and then they ring saying, I'm not coming out tonight. He's like, you bunch of fucking LDCs.
That's amazing.
And I'm like, oh, you letdown cunt. So that's that. Are you going to, 20 past 6, are you going to crack on and do it?
Yeah, let's do the rum swizzle.
Do it.
Right, so apparently the rum swizzle, the rum.
Tag in the cocktail can, please, Jeremy.
Yes, the rum swizzle.
What glasses do you need?
Do you know what? I don't mind which glasses you choose. I would say tumblers. I would say like a hard-bottomed. That's fine, but I was going to say like a hard-bottomed old-fashioned glass or something like that. So the rum swizzle was apparently the first drink of choice at the original British cocktail party. Citation needed. It's also the number 5, I think, or number 4 or 5 on the top British cocktails that I looked up earlier. Now you're meant to make this with an ounce of black rum, an ounce of golden rum, but I'm going to make mine with an ounce of Havana 7. Havana Club 7, because Havana Club 7 is going to be your dark rum, right? That is going to be molasses, that's treacly, it's really oily. If you like dark rum, this one's a really good one, Havana 7. Now, in order to make the gold rum bit, which I don't have, we're going to use the amazing Smith & Cross's Jamaican rum that is not made in Jamaica. The only real Jamaican rum that's still made in Jamaica is Appleton's Reserve.
I've got some here.
No, actually, I wanted to bring this one across because I'm love it. But also, because this is a British one, I'm going to use the one that's made in London.
Oh, mate.
Because it says at the back that it's made in London. So, yeah, made at cellars along the River Thames. So this is as British can be. British Jamaican rum, so get that out. So we're basically going to put an ounce of each of those in there. And then we're going to have some pineapple juice as well. Now, the thing about this is, this Havana rum is really thick, molasses, treacly deep, okay? Now, this stuff has what's known as funk in it. And funk is a kind of, as we've been discussing already, a kind of fiery butter taste. And it's the funk in this is real. So these two here are a potent 1-2 punch. You basically get a right hook and then another fucking right hook because they're both going to fuck you up. So it's a good job too that we have pineapple and we're going to put, so 2 ounces, 1 ounce, 30, 2 ounces, that's 60. And where's my orange juice?
That's your orange juice.
And then we're going to put some grenadine in it, which is kicking around the place somewhere. Yeah. And we're going to put that over ice, we're going to shake it up. Oh, those glasses are perfect. So can you ice me a bunch of ice in that
Yes,
thing?
I can.
And we'll shake this whole shit together. Put that on the floor, don't worry. Worse has been on the floor today, says Captain Smash.
Great success!
Smash this shit, fuck it.
Let's fuck this kitchen up!
I feel we're very rock and roll, like at the end of it we just burn everything.
No.
Yeah, just gonna smash it up. Let's push this up. How do we get this up?
I've not finished paying for it yet.
I got carried away there. Thank you.
There's your ice.
Right, thank you very much.
I'm going to drink from the corner.
Oh, I need that on top, so we're going to put that there. That's my right. So, right, let's have an ounce of Havana 7, which is the treaty one.
Is this went in the Dirty Bird?
This is actually similar to the Dirty Bird. Now, I was disappointed with the Dirty Bird, so I feel like
I can't see anything.
it's okay. I'm getting to it.
I'm helping.
I'm
Thank you.
talking.
Thank God producer Jez is here to say.
Okay.
No,
I think that might have a little bit of whatever is left in there as well.
A bit more. Just tiny. I mean, it's not science, is it? Just put it back in the bottle.
There you go.
Or on the floor.
Do you want to put that on there?
Yes, also.
Right, Smith & Cross. By the way, I love this stuff. I'm not a big rum fan, but if you can get this, it's just so nice.
It's the shit. Oh, meat, it's got a cork as well.
Oh, it's honestly, this stuff is, I would love to make a kind of a grog-based stuff, but this is it.
Maybe if we do a piratey one, all the way.
Smith and Cross. This, I mean, I wanted this for when we did the Dirty Bird, but I couldn't get it.
The Dirty Bird was not light, as I remember.
It was not light, no. That's going to be pretty potent, so let me get that back to you. Now let's get 60 ml of pineapple.
Give it a shake, wait, give it a shake, otherwise it's gonna...
Yeah, let's put that back.
Gonna do Inferno. That's it.
Shake,
your secretary,
shake,
Mr.
shake,
President.
no. Just think of your secretary.
This friggin' thing what?
Why do I always get the what ones?
It's going all the way up to 60 mil.
Right as usual.
Oh, mate.
Off. I can hand you that one.
Thank you, and I will dispose of
And
that.
we'll get the orange. That orange will come straight out.
Oh, the orange, you won't need to do that one.
Shake your body line. Work, 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 Sonora. Work it all the time. Bit of a Beetlejuice thing coming through there. My own famous Sonora. Yeah, 3/4 of an ounce. That's 22 mil roughly. Don't get hung up on that. And then I'm going to put some Angostura bitters. I've seen two versions of this swizzle. One has, one doesn't. Do you have facials?
Yes, I do have facials.
Okay, right. So we wanted to use this for the Sazerac. This is a New Orleans one, and I just kind of feel I want to mix it up.
I think it'll go fine. It looks beautiful, it tastes beautiful.
Oh, that's not wrong, probably. Right, let's try not to fuck this up.
I love these glasses from a good sailor.
Yeah, you can. That's
Smash them anyway!
Great.
Go down the rocket, jump in the line.
Okay, I believe you.
Jump in the line. Hang on, wait. You've got both the sieves. I got you this one as well.
Oh, thanks. I don't know if we need ice in
This
this.
is so much
That's good.
pulp's coming out there. It looks as red and angry as my temper right now. Way, you've smashed my fucking kitchen. You're going on it. Dee, 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 dee.
Wow, it really is just a pulp coming through that.
Right. Yes, mine too, Jeremy. I love it when my shit gets snapped.
No, that's the second time I've done that. Oh, do you want to put some ice in that? I think that's probably the difference there. Oh, yeah.
I'm going to give you just a little bit of just because. Oh! Go up in the air, come down like a rocket.
I think do you know my stuff is probably a little bit more resilient than yours. I probably, after a while.
Did you buy yours from the Incredible Hulk School of fucking thing?
Right. Okay. I think that's enough.
I'm gonna just do that.
Finger it a little bit.
I like to put my finger in.
This is why having metal ones are good.
This is why having you as my friend is amazing.
I'm suitably confused as well, but don't worry about that. Anyway, bam, done it. Right. Hey, they look amazing. I've got a really good feeling about this. Now, let's try the swizzle. Oh, this is meant to have cherry, like a cherry. So yeah, let's put a couple of cherries in there. Cherry, orange, and pineapple chunk. But don't worry about that. We'll just put cherry in. There's fast food in there.
Come on. One of them?
Yeah, one of them.
Another one?
Yeah, why not? Make sure you get one. Oh yeah. Dribble a little of that shit in there. Maraschino.
Looks like we're in some sort of professional bar.
We are in a professional bar. Where
Fucking plates to pieces every chance they get. You fucking dick.
Honestly, that's the one I'm like, this is a metal one. Better give this some. My one.
Oof!
Do you know, I'm worried about my one. I'll tell you better in a minute.
Apparently Jeremy's sides hurt. He laughed so hard.
It is quite
at the dismount on the last one.
It is quite funny.
It is hilarious. You fucking
It's only metal.
So these are very cheers.
Rum swizzle, let's try it.
Another chap says it's got a nice colour. It has. It's also got a nice taste. I'm not going to lie to you. That is the nicest cocktail this evening.
Wow. That's all right. I can taste the funk. I'm losing that. Not treacle. That fruit has done its job. For me, that's all right.
It's the best one.
Hooray! By the way,
ping pong's lovely, but it's a different beast.
I have to say,
I think all your cocktails have been nice tonight.
That's very kind of you to say. Mainly, I put down to that my reckless nature is smashing fucking everything. But that is meant to be Gosling's, Golden Seal, and Dark Seal, and I've approximated my own style, so that's my own cocktail. That's my twist.
That's good, is that?
On the rum swizzle. Bit of a rum swizzle.
A rum swizzle.
A rum swizzle.
I'll give you a rum swizzle. You kitchen smashing bastard. Yeah, when that was coming out of the thing, it looked quite thick and syrupy, and I was like, I'm impressed with this. Another chat said, lots of colour. That's good. Any other comments, Jeremy? Anything else that people have said?
I'm not even drunk. I know this thing seems like I should be that shit. It's just like, I would do that sober.
Now it says -1 shot since broken glass.
Thankfully, it's metal. My one, by the way, when I was in Belgium.
I found another piece of glass.
Oh, good work. I was using it, and every time I tried to get it, the two wouldn't separate with my Picard punch. And I tried to get it, and metal ground against metal in a screech that deafened both me and my girlfriend. I'm like, okay. So what I've learned is I've got to hit it even harder. And I think, you know, when like your clutch needs to come a little further than my clutch.
Yes.
That's what I think is.
You know, when I have like delicate, expensive bits of equipment that don't need a Picard punch. By the way, we should make a Star Trek thing called Picard punch. And
I know that now.
It just needs to just tickle it. It
shouldn't have a tickle. It shouldn't have a tickle.
Another bit of glass.
Get over yourself. Fuck's sake. Fucking. Do you know what?
So the stuff coming out of my foot right now
is the same
colour as this. It's great.
I'm sorry.
John Wicks built a bar. John Wicks, candle maker, right?
He's making all these candles everywhere. Beautiful candles. Wick running all the way through.
And maybe, John, some vats of wax tallow need to get enough tallow. You know, when you read through books, and things tickle your fancy. I've read some of the Terry Pratchett books, but there's one that's called The Fifth Elephant. And so the idea is that the Discworld universe is 5 elephants on the back of a turtle going through space, carrying the Discworld on their backs. Yeah. And there was a 5th elephant that crashed to Earth, the disc, and he's buried. And in that exact same book, The Fifth Elephant, they go to a ball where they're burning so many candles. They find a huge tallow mine, and they make all these candles. And they believe that the mine is the 5th elephant, this godly elephant. And tonight they were burning one of his little toes. like that many candles, it's an entire little toe of a god being burned in the street.
Do you remember that time we were at a friend's wedding, and we decided to kind of like help him out with the wedding, and they decided to put all these candles in the fireplace. Yes. That would be useful.
I said,
before you said it, so to give you an impression, there were like about 50 big candles, little candles, and the whole beautiful rustic fireplace is full of candles. And you said
you should put something down, because when that wax melts, it is going to fill up the fireplace, and it's going to be an utter ball ache getting the dried wax out tomorrow. To which they said,
no, it'll be fine, actually, don't worry about it. And then the next day, this dickhead and this dickhead were scraping fucking wax out.
I just feel like maybe I fucking told you so, you fucking class. But it was my friend's wedding, so what the fuck? At the end of that wedding, they'd made a pick and mix sweet display. They'd had bottles of fizzy lemonade.
It was wonderful.
I came out of there with so much swag, pockets full of.
Do you know that episode of Simpsons where like Homer goes to the sweet convention and he's got Marge to put loads of pockets into her coat so you can take loads of candy. The candy convention where
if I do not come away from a wedding with swag, I feel like I've wasted my time at producer Jazz's wedding. I took my trousers off. I think that was a treat for everyone that was there.
It was a double dip. It was orange, and then it was
raspberry, and then it was directly in the mouth.
Yeah, I love it. You just got to dip the swizzle stick and lick. It's a sweet stir in England.
Then there was another wedding I went to that I left and came to Canterbury to join you, and I arrived with a hurricane lantern and 2 bottles of wine and something else and a box of sweets. And I was like, I came as quick as I could.
Is this all right? Alex says
yes. Yes, it is. Drink away. At that wedding, I said I bet I could throw an entire, I don't know how I got into this betting competition, with the groom himself. I said, I bet I can throw, or somebody said to me, I bet you can't throw that entire tub of coronation chicken over the wedding marquee. Over the top of the wedding marquee.
Why would you throw something like coronation chicken? Why don't you just eat it?
I had eaten loads and loads. It was I want to say what do you call it, where somebody cooks for your wedding? The catering size, jumbo sized tub of coronation chicken. I've had coronation chicken, as I want at weddings, and they said, I bet you can't, Petty, yeah, I bet you, because somebody's got to bet Petty, he'll do it, the captain. And he said, I bet you can't throw that entire tub over the wedding marquee. I bet I fucking can.
This is a real quiz.
This is a real quiz. It went over.
It's gone over.
And as I've thrown it over, somebody's gone to the buffet and gone, is there any more coronation chicken?
Bob! It's raining men! Hallelujah!
Have you got any coronation chicken related songs, please? I love weddings. That's a very British thing. The music at Morrison's, our supermarket of choice, well, not of choice, but it's a good one. Yeah, it feels like the music they play there now is like from a 1980s, late 80s wedding, early 90s
yeah,
wedding.
because like my girlfriend was talking about this song about a lemon tree. It came on the radio when we were. She was like singing along to this song about a lemon tree. You could probably just Google lemon tree song and you'll get it right. But it sounds really 90s. But I was musically very aware because I was 18 in 1995. So like I knew every song, right? So I know every Counting Crows. I want to say like Crowded House, I want to say Matchbox 20, Gin Blossoms, every fucking song that falls into that, I know it. And she's like, you know this one? I'm like, I have never, ever heard it. And she went, really? You brought up in 90, never heard the thing of the song about a lemon tree? I'm like, I've never heard it. And she said, yeah, it was released in Germany. And I was like, well, right, that's going to be the thing. And then I said, baby, no one ever knows this song. In England, no one ever knows this song, I said, smugly. And when I got back home, I went to Morrison's, and they were fucking playing it over the Morrison's radio. I'm like, so this'll fuck him up.
What was the one that they had on today? Was the one that used to be on the whole season's holiday. Away, away, it's a whole season's holiday. And it was the original song, and I'm like, what is this? Are we in a 1985 Black Lace holiday? It feels like something by Boney M. Boney M.
I reckon it's
Boney M.
Citation needed. But do you know what I love is adverts which have got songs and then suddenly the adverts become the song.
Yes.
And then everyone knows that. Like the chips advert, like the one I mean. Oh, it's chips. We hope it's chips, which is que sera, sera. So, that's the thing about British adverts is that
what was the
do you know what I love, right?
The one I'm thinking of is the one with the dude from EastEnders in it with Ross Kemp in it.
I don't think I know.
Where he was tasty, very, very
This is what I was about to say. Very tasty. When you said like bran flakes. Bran flakes.
That's it. Ross Kemp is in the bran flakes.
I didn't know. So he does this bran flakes advert, which I remembered it. I watched the bran flakes. Now I don't know where it translates to America. In England, we had this thing, Kellogg's bran flakes. Which is little brown flakes. They're like cornflakes. They're brown. They're bran. They're made of bran.
They're awful.
Now they're not. They're tasty. And so the advert for it has this little jingle which you can't get out of your head. And the theme tune is normally the bloke talking to his wife about how much he likes these various things, and she's trying to get his attention. and she's like, can't get his attention. He's trying to do something. He's ignoring her. But as soon as they talk about bran flakes, then he's interested, right? So that's the thing. So he goes like, so they goes like, how do you do the thing in? This is happening now. He's not listening to me, blah blah. But what about the bran flakes? Real Kellogg bran flakes? See, it's got the little fruit fly. Oh, yeah, tasty, very, very tasty. They're very tasty. And then they do another verse.
One of the ones is there's something about the something. I think there's a crab by your toes.
There's a crab by your toes.
Oh.
But what about the bran flakes?
That's a different
matter.
Here's what we all
tasty, very, very tasty. They're very tasty. What I love about it, right, is that the advert goes, they're very tasty, and someone goes, Kellogg's bran flakes. They're very tasty, like a little like,
something with your mind, man.
Type in bran flakes.
With your mind, man.
And do you know what? That whole week,
please. Jeremy says he could put the advert on.
Please,
put the advert on.
because it works. Sometimes the theme music doesn't play. We tried to do the Mighty Double.
He says, give us a couple of minutes, he'll sort it out.
Oh man, there's lots of options, but you'll find a good one. But yeah, by the way,
that's Kent's driving the golf cart in the one that I've seen.
Oh, the one I see, there's one on a boat, and the one the bloke is like just not paying attention.
He's got the golf course one with Ross Kent.
Okay, hit it.
Do it. He's not there yet. Keep talking.
So basically, then I went and told all my friends.
This needs a bit of work.
I went to the when we I was trying to write some cereal and I normally eat crunchy nut, and I went, do you know what? I will have brown flakes. And I was kind of in the background of one of the videos is me brown flakes, because it's just like,
the thing about brown flakes is you see the advert, you hear the song, you think it's great, you put it in the bowl, and then your first mouthful, you think, I made a huge tiny
I don't
mistake.
know, I like brown flakes. They're not golden grains, but they're...
What can we do to make it a bit better? Put some banana on it.
It's not like all brown, it's just basically little sticks.
All brown is like Satan did a poo in a box, and you're eating that. Jeremy says he thinks he's ready, so run VT.
A round of golf will wake you up, they say. But it's Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre wins the day.
Crunchy whole wheat flakes and fruit are just the thing.
So it's quite the most important thing to bring. Apples, hazelnuts, bananas.
Raisins, coconuts, sultanas.
Now my breakfast really going with a swing. And if you have got nothing for your tea, Kellogg's Fruit and Fibre helps your cookery. Send 8 tokens from the packs and get one free.
It has finished. So that was the Grand Flakes advert.
I hope you like that advert. I was trying to explain British things to we're talking about milk, we're talking about, you were saying milk, I thought milk. I was talking about girlfriends, and I was talking about milk and how much I liked milk. And in
another charter says, oh my.
Tasty. Which is a staple of a good karaoke. One of the adverts in Belgium, they did an advert. They wanted to advertise milk, so they wanted to tell you that milk is good for everyone. And I think everyone is allemaal, but a kind of more archaic version of it, they needed to find around rhymes with milk. So they said milk is goed voor elk. Elk meaning everyone. So they're basically saying, in order for the Milk Council, the world over, is trying to kind of advertise milk. So in America, they did Got Milk, which is an incredibly popular campaign. And in terms of marketing campaigns, you'd be hard pressed to find a better marketing campaign that had such wide reach than Got Milk. Not so popular was the Belgian milk is good voor elk. Milk is good for everyone. Milk is good for milk is good for elk. But in England, we had our own milk campaign with 2 young footballing Scouse lads who came home after playing their football game, and they wanted to get lemonade. One of the kids wants to get lemonade, and the other one says, "If you want," and then he goes to get milk, and then the other one's like, "Milk? Ugh." And then he says, "It's what Ian Rush drinks," because Ian Rush was a Liverpool player at the time and very famous, and obviously someone a 10-year-old footballer might aspire to be. He goes, "It's what Ian Rush drinks," and he says, "If I don't drink enough of it, I'll only be good enough to play for Accrington Stanley."
Who are they?
Who exactly?
Who are they?
Who are they? Exactly. Here, give us some, and then they like drink.
Get off!
Get off! Because Accrington Stanley ostensibly are a nobody team. Do you know what? Originally, that was going to be Tottenham.
Oh, really?
They were going to do Tottenham.
But that was too near to that.
No, they tried to Tottenham. They contacted Tottenham, and Tottenham said,
Go
fuck off.
yourself.
Yeah, Tottenham said, go fuck yourselves, because Tottenham Hotspurs were too big to be the punching bag for that joke.
I've got to say, Jeremy, can we please have cocktail camera up? Because I'm going to go with the cherry bagel.
You going to do it, and we'll wrap it up?
We'll wrap it up after the cherry bagel.
Oh, that's a bit of...
We are coming to that time.
Yeah, we're wrapping up, guys. Thanks very much for joining us.
It's been fun. It's been good. It's been ace.
What do you need?
Well, I'm going to go with some
By the way, I'm feeling the
How am I still invited to weddings? He slurred. Because I'm fabulous. That's why.
Because he's the #1 draft pick at any fucking cool shit.
I am so amazing.
Because he's so funny.
If you want your fucking social event to go off like the crackers, you have the captain there. That's why.
It's basically fucking.
Looking for your gin. There's your gin.
I don't know who the #1 draft pick is this year.
It's me.
Stop me, Smee. Stop me.
Smee, I'm going to commit suicide.
Don't stop me, Smee.
Is that the line? That looks like line.
That's
the line. So, I'm going to make a cherry bakewell. Could you do me a favour? Just stick a bit of water in there and just get rid of the grit.
Yeah, wait up. Okay, yeah, I'll do that.
So, let's do this thing. Hey, folks. Thanks for joining us. I'm going to make you a... Where's the OXO tin gone?
Be in my hands.
Oh, thank you.
You asked me. You asked me to clean it out for you. So I just clean it out again now. You dropped it on the dog.
No, it's okay. Yeah, please. Shut up, sit!
You're going to get fucking killed. You're going to go the way of John Wick's dog.
Honestly, mate, no wonder they killed that dog.
Spoiler alert.
So there you go. So I'm going to make you a...
It's just a dog.
It's just a dog.
It was just a car, but it was given to me by his wife. It was.
So here's the crack, Jack. I'm going to make you a Bakewell tart. For a Bakewell tart, you need gin, you need maraschino liqueur, and you need orgeat.
Might be a stain for our American viewers. Bakewell tarts, little cake made from Bakewell in England,
with a cherry on the top, and it tastes of almonds and jam and all things wonderful. So we're going to start with the gin because it's the best thing in the fucking cocktail, and we're going to go with...
What glasses do you want this?
I'll just go with these two.
Yeah, okay. I'll wash them out.
I have swilled them, but...
Oh, yeah, okay. Well, I'll leave them here.
No worries. I'm going to go with 1.5 ounces of gin. For the win.
That's 45 mil.
That's 45 mil.
45 million.
To all those
Millipedes.
Millipedos. Is that wrong? I shouldn't say that. Yeah, I'm going to go with 1/2 ounce or 15 mils of orgeat. Because it's
There's one guy out there who like we don't know who's watching.
It's like,
this is my stream.
Being offensive.
Yeah,
that one that I said. I'm going to go with 1/2 ounce of maraschino liqueur, which is made out of almond stones and is one of the most beautiful things you've ever tasted in your whole life.
Yeah.
It is the shit.
It's the shit, Jeremy.
It's not shit, it's the shit. And then on top of that,
this is always fun.
I'm going to go with 30 mils or 1 ounce of lime juice to balance out all that sugary shit. So, allegedly, every cocktail is a balance of sour and sweet and booze and whatnot. Thank you very much. You said that, sorry, Jeremy?
Do you want me to?
Welsh Nana said that's lovely. Thank you. I will put that to one side for the moment.
Do you want me to watch this?
I want you to put some ice in it, please.
Oh, yeah, no, I do that. Yeah, fine.
My good man. Very big, as I mentioned, it's very coloured, so I am tempted to just
there's a raspberry liqueur there, if you want to do that.
There's the grenadine. Bin. Is it round the side?
Yeah, I've got the grenadine here.
If you pass me the grenadine, here's what I'm going to do.
We got like about 100 bottles in there.
I just literally want the tiniest amount of grenadine, just in
Frankie Frank.
Oh, that's good, man. Thank you. So
I'm going to
shake it.
Oh, it just comes out. I might not do that. I've got to the end of that.
You may notice that I've not smashed anything yet. I'm now about to immediately smash something like this. So once you've done that, you... Does it? Basically what you want to do is
strain that out.
Drunkenly strain off all the ice, because I want the ice to fuck off town. Which is a bit like Funky Town. Just tip that away from me, bud. And then into the... see if I can not fuck this up.
Oh, I love this. Let me get another egg on standby. Remember this.
Standby, so So I'm basically going to try to get just the egg white out.
Do not get that yolk in.
Don't want the yolk in, or
Don't want
if
that
the yolk
yolk in.
separates.
Keep that yolk.
Get in there, you bellend.
You're very laissez-faire. I would keep my eggshells together, so you're fine.
There we go, and then that go in there. And now, with no ice and just the wet ingredients in there, I'm going to shake it again and get some froth on.
You can hear that, bro. Okay.
That's a little bit of
Just think of your secretary.
This fucking thing's warped, man.
Right, as usual. Yeah, that looks good. That's the pinky one.
Oh shit, sorry.
I know what I heard about and I know what that means.
James chastising him.
Put on a cocktail can. God, you're here, Jeremy.
God, it's like
Mate, that looks amazing.
professionals in the world gone mad. Who does? Eddie Stone, you can drink the flip out of whatever you like, my friend. Right. Eddie, you can swear, mate, we don't give a fuck about that on here. It's a Bramwell tart.
Bakewell.
Bakewell. You know what I mean.
I do.
So this is a Bakewell tart with just a tiny bit of grenadine in it, just to make it look pink, like a pink thing.
Soupy twist. Oh, that fucking mouth feels amazing. You have to bite through it. Woo, mama! This is the good shit.
It's the good shit.
Although I like my other one better, but this is still really fucking
I think
good.
yours is better, but this is nice. Look at that.
Yeah, I'm down with that. So you see, this is amazing.
Colour of
Just going to
it.
put that
Taste of
look
it.
at that.
The taste of
Pinky.
it.
What did you put in there? Was it grenadine, yeah?
Grenadine. Maybe you could sub out some of the other sugary stuff for a little bit of grenadine.
Yeah.
You literally only need. You could even put a drop of food colouring in it if you wanted to.
Yeah. The Bakewell tart cake is like just a white cake. It's pure white with a cherry in the centre of it, and it's almonds, and at the bottom it's like raspberry jam, I think. And so obviously you try to keep it white as possible, but you've gone for grenadine just to give it a bit of pinkiness.
You don't need the grenadine. Just go with what I said. I just chopped a little bit in there. It's really good.
It's good. I'm not going to go too crazy because there's a taxi that's going to take us into town, and I'm going to drink some red wine in my mouth.
So I
What time
think
is it now?
it's 4 minutes to. I think I'm going to torpedo this.
Do it, and then we'll be out.
I'm going to show you a torpedo.
Some people might not know what a torpedo is.
So this is a straw.
And
This is a pedo. I'm only kidding. It's not. It's clearly a bottle of blue drink. You put a straw in here like this, and it acts like a snorkel, so that you can drink it as quickly as you like without letting the air out, and you can smash one of these in no time at all. And I'm going to do that now.
anyway,
Shall I cocktail can this, Jeremy? Or shall I take it on the
yes. Yeah, yes. Go right to the camera. Remember.
I'm gonna, as we're nearly done, the cocktail can this at a jaunty angle, a bit like the Joker's hideout. So basically, you take your drink, and then you just.
And Johnny Wilkinson starts. Fuck me.
Oh! That's how quickly you do it.
Hey, that's impressive.
I'm out of practice as well.
Yeah. That's how you get a drink down. If you're a young lad, you want to get 4 down,
That's how you do it,
2
too.
quids, you can be done in 30 seconds.
That's how you do a torpedo.
Less than a minute.
My youth, I torpedoed.
Now you're getting to understand the true British talent of drinking at a very early age.
Basically, my mum breastfed me like that.
You put a straw on her nipple
I did. I put a straw on her boobs, and she
and
went.
went straight down.
She said like that. She basically said one day, every single man in this room had my tits in their mouth, which was weird.
Did she say that?
No, she didn't.
Did she say that?
It was a weird Sunday lunch. She'd been on the gin,
It's like you and your brother.
You
and your
all
dad
had your
tick.
my tits in your mouth. She's
Man,
a sinister woman. Sinister.
Yeah, that's
woman.
really fucking sexy.
I know, really. She's got big tits as my mum.
Yeah.
But.
And on that bombshell, perhaps we should wrap this shit up.
That's enough of that.
Have we got any final comments, final thoughts? Anything you want to say? Because we're going to head off.
You've never seen Nova Chatter's never
No,
seen
I
a
knew
strong
you would.
window.
I knew you would never
What
have
did
seen that
Nova
before.
Chatter, tell us quickly before we go. We've got a couple of minutes. What did you think? Was it impressive?
Yeah,
Was it something that you could take across the pond?
Yeah, we need to make this a thing. You'll be like, hello, my fellow Americans.
Hello, Americans. Let me show you.
There's a faster way to drink.
I saw a fat bald man, taller fat bald man, and a shorter, slightly less fat beardy man do this on the Twitch. Well, Eddie Stone, thank you for testing moderation. He's just putting random swear words in.
I love you, Eddie.
We don't mind swearing here, just as long as you're not disrespectful to people. We don't really care.
We like all friendly, nice things.
Spread the word, my friend, and tell everybody about this. Bring your friends, bring everybody.
Bring a friend, we're going to show you how to cocktail.
We'll show you how to cocktail.
We'll show you how to drink the English way. I know what he's saying.
Yeah, crack on, do it now. Jeremy, that's a go, mate. Well, listen, folks. I love you. I love you.
Yes, please stop touching me.
I love you. He loves you too.
I do.
And we'll see you next time.
See you later.